So we got a card coming up here. We got yeah, I love it so far. I love it so far. There's one that I want to get right out of the way real quick because I did not see it on the last flyer that was posted, and it was Derek Brown versus Moses Diaz.
Unfortunately, Mr. Diaz suffered an injury. Yeah, I'm bummed about it.
Is he okay?
He's okay. He'll be back in a few months. I'm hoping that he will call me up and let me give him his pro debut again, because I was really excited to give him his pro debut. But unfortunately, Mr. Diaz injured himself, and he's going to be recovering for a little bit, but he'll be back in the mix very soon.
Okay. Well, speedy recovery to that man. But, dude, this is a stat card. You're calling it the Valentine's Day Massacre? Okay, I'm not a big fan of titles for cards, but that right there, that hits you right here. That's awesome. Who came up with that?
You'll have to thank Mr. Lopez for that one. He's like, it's on Valentine's weekend. It's like, what can we call it? And I'm like, he's like gangster. So, he came up with Valentine's Day Massacre. Right. So I had to watch the movie again just to refresh my memory.
Oh, shit. Okay. I think I might have to do the same.
You're going to have to check it out. It's classic.
Okay. All right. So at the top of this card, we got the Maniac, Marcus McGee, taking on Relentless Nick Alwag. Let's talk about that right off the bat, because that is a fucking firecracker of a fight.
Yes, I'm super excited about this fight. If anybody knows, so the lab has this super deep pool of talent that's floating around. A lot of well-seasoned amateurs, and Marcus is one of those guys that's ready to make his pro debut. So I'm super excited to give him his pro debut. Marcus is 4-2 as an amateur. I think his record probably doesn't fully speak to his ability. I think people are going to be floored at what they see if they never seen Marcus fight before. And I just know that there's some really special things about this kid that everybody's going to see in action. And he's against Nick Alwag, which if you've ever seen Nick Alwag fight, he's fucking exciting. He stands in that pocket. He loves to throw down. The last fight at the State Fair versus Aaron Loya, that was a sick fight. That was like fight of the night. Aaron Loya threw everything at him that was out of everybody's book that no one ever seen coming before. I mean, spinning kicks, like crazy shit. Nick took it all and overcame and ended up finishing the dude. And so Nick is super exciting. Nick's record also doesn't speak to his ability. He's 1-1 as a pro. He's given Marcus his pro debut. Both dudes are bangers. I think this fight is freaking amazing. I'm super excited about it.
I'm super stoked that you get two talented guys that are getting a chance to headline a big card. It's your guys' first card of the year. And you were saying that maybe their records don't look so sexy, but it doesn't speak to their abilities. And I'm telling you, I was sold on this fight alone. You didn't have to give me the rest of this card. I'm like, right? Hell yeah.
Right. I know, man. I'm so excited about this one.
But hey, man, so this card is stacked. You got, how many fights you got? 15?
14.
Okay, because the sheriff fell off. Yep. Okay. How do you want to do this? You want to go from bottom to top? We got the main event out of the way. Well, what sticks out to you?
Man, there's a couple things that stick out to me. I got a lot of newbies making their Emmy debuts, and two of them are coming with a lot of heat. Chance Akai and Matt Money Zazueta. So these two guys are both 0-0, but Chance is coming out of fight ready. He's got Henry Cejudo. He's got Santino DeFranco in his corner. I've been seeing him train, post videos. This kid's a beast. I hear a lot of good things about him. And Matt Zazueta is certainly no slouch. He's coming from a gym called Fluid Martial Arts. Probably not well known to a whole bunch of people, but nonetheless, these people are not slackers. His coach just won IBJJF. And so these guys are super excited to get an opportunity to show Matt off. They have been itching to get him in a cage for a while. We had a fight for him last year and it fell through, unfortunately. So he's just been chomping at the bit to get in there. But these two guys are coming with a lot of hype. 135-pound bantamweight Emmy debut for both of them. and I hear that this one's, even though they're debuts, I hear it's gonna be fireworks, man.
Well, I actually got a chance to sit in with Money over at the presser. That kid is money. That kid is money.
He is.
He's got a lot of charisma. If his charisma matches his fight ability, man, that guy's gonna be a lot of trouble.
I know. Another fight I'm excited about is I'm excited about these heavyweights, man. I'm always up for a good heavyweight scrap. These two guys are big, proud natives, and so I'm happy about Darren Martinez versus Mashante Mailboy. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of heavyweights, and these two are just gonna really stand heels down and throw blows. I don't see a lot of wrestling in this one, so it should be pretty freaking exciting. Another one I'm super stoked about watching is Ray Waters versus Matthew Dawes. Matthew Dawes is from Tucson, and he's probably a little unassuming. His record is 1-1. He made his debut with us, and but Ray Waters is a Division I wrestler from ASU. He's also at a fight ready with Santino and those guys. And I got to watch Ray at LFA last time they were in town. I can't remember when.
July 26th or June 26th, something like that.
Yeah. I actually put him up against another dude that's on our card, Steve Vasquez, for that LFA event, and Ray showed a huge improvement in striking. He's obviously a killer wrestler, but his hands were super hot at LFA, so I'm excited to get him back in our cage against Matthew Dawes, who knows what's going to happen with this kid. Matthew's really tall and lanky and skinny, but I think he matches up well with Ray, and I'm looking forward to see what's happening with that one, man. That should be a good one. I got a couple undefeated guys coming up against each other. I got Ridge Harmon 2-0 against Jonte McCowan 3-0. This one should be hot. Ridge Harmon got a KO at State Fair, and Jonte McGowan's got some serious skills, and he's undefeated at 3-0. I think this one is probably I don't think anybody's got their eyeballs on this one yet, but I think people are going to walk away from the night going, holy shit.
Hey, Ridge is money also, man. Ridge he stayed true to my name here at Head Kick Audio. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I like that kid. I like that kid a lot.
Yes. Man, what else? I mean, it's all good, dude.
Right.
I got Steve Vasquez and Nathan Highland. Who doesn't like the Highland boys, right? Nolan and Nathan Highland, well known in the jiu-jitsu circles, the grappling circles. Nolan actually won our Grand Prix at West Valley Rumble in Glendale for our cage jiu-jitsu event. And so his brother's on this card, fighting Steve Vasquez out of Legion. Legion is doing some amazing things with their amateurs. Mario Velez and Daniel Madrid run a tough-ass camp. And I don't think people know enough about Legion. It's way North Phoenix. If you're interested, go check them out, hit them up. They got some really, really good stuff going on in there. It's a small, unassuming gym, but man, they got a deep pool as well. And they got a lot of up-and-comers that are going to start popping on the scene this year. So I'm really excited for Legion. But that fight's going to be really good. Steve Vasquez is a scrapper. And Nathan Highland, obviously a great grappler. So we'll see how that one goes, man. I like Greg Foster, Steven Esparza, two guys who are always game, always great personalities, super nice guys, just on and in and out of the cage. But I think this is another unassuming fight that people are going to walk away from going, shit, that was awesome.
Looking up and down this card, man, I'm really not seeing anything that's going to put me to sleep unless one of these guys jumps out the cage and, cracks me one. I'm telling you, this card from top to bottom, this is pretty fucking stacked card.
Right. Dude, the 145 amateur title between Esteban Ulibarri and Christian Natividad. Oh my God. It was originally Ali Muhammad. And Ali Muhammad was our featherweight champ. And at first he agreed, and then he was like, no, I'm going to turn pro.
Oh, no. I mean, hey, good for him.
Yes, Aleem deserves a shot. So hopefully we're gonna bust Aleem out for his pro debut in May at Wild Horse Pass. So he agreed to vacate the belt and give it up for grabs. And so I had to find somebody for Esteban Ulibati. And typically Christian is a bantamweight, but his camp was eager to get him into action. He's 4-0. So this kid is absolutely no joke, just like his brother Kevin. So Christian's coming in 4-0. Esteban's 4-1. And this is for the RUF featherweight title. And then, I mean, we have a flyweight title too.
Yeah, right. That's a firecracker right there. Let's go ahead and talk about this featherweight title because Anho, if I'm saying his name correct, is it On or An?
Anho.
Anho. This kid is badass.
Oh, yes.
This kid is good.
He's really good. And Joseph Rivas is good too. And the reason I like this matchup, Joseph Rivas' record, one of those guys whose record does not reflect what happens in the cage. In terms of people don't want to stand in front of Joseph. If you've ever seen him Muay Thai or seen his striking on full display, you do not want to stand in front of Joseph. And Ann is the exact same way. But if Ann gets his hands around your waist, you're going for a ride. So I think Joseph is ready. I think this is going to be an amazing matchup. I think I just think, I mean, I don't know what to say, man. This fight will probably be the most unpredictable outcome. People are not going to be able to call this fight. They're going to think they know what's going to happen. They're not going to know what's going to happen.
I agree. And I'd like to just talk real quick about the confidence of these two flyweights. Both of them, they were ready to scrap last week over at the presser. I mean, these guys are fucking ready. Their weights are down. I don't think we're going to have any problems there. Both guys are just like oozing with fucking confidence.
Yes, they are. They are. You can see the static electricity coming off their eyelashes. Yeah, Joseph, I saw some pictures of Joseph today. His cheeks are all sucked in. He's making weight. So I know he's working his ass off. I know he wants this shot so bad. He's been asking for this for a while. And his timing and the last couple of fights haven't gone his way, but he is always in the game. He's always in the gym. He's always working. He never quits, just like Ann. Anna's always in the gym. It's like these two guys live it. So, man, I couldn't be more happier with the flyweight title fight.
All right, then let's talk about Foster and Esparza.
Yeah, Foster's 2-1, and he hasn't been in action in a bit. And Esparza's busy. He's a busy guy. He'll take any challenge, anytime, anywhere. I love Steven. You want to fight? Yep. When? Where? I don't care. Let's go.
It's kind of how we roll.
Exactly. But I'm excited to get Greg up here. He was originally in Tucson, and he came up, started training with the lab, and so he's with a great team now, and he's got a lot of good people around him. And there's like 4 lab guys on this card since it's in their backyard, so they're gonna come deep. And then I got Josh Madrigal and Brandon Foss, our first pro fight. So Madrigal, 6-2 as an AMI, a sick record, and he's 1-0 as a pro. Flyweights are kind of hard to, when you live in the state with Henry Cejudo and a couple other killers that are 125, it's kind of hard to match up locally at 125 for pros. And Brandon Foss made his boxing pro debut, and he's been really, really hungry to make his MMA debut. And we're finally just able to time it right. Santino and Josh jumped in, and so Brandon agreed, and his coaches are on board. So we got a 125 pro debut for Brandon Foss, and this will be Madrigal's second pro fight at 125.
Yeah, Brandon eager to put his foot forward on his MMA career.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and let's talk about where this fight is taking place, because this is huge, man. This is huge. Talk to me about the venue.
It is. So we're at the Glendale Civic Center in Glendale, Arizona. So I believe this is probably I know this is the first time that the city of Glendale has ever held an MMA event that is not UFC.
Oh shit.
Yeah, an
That's
official.
what's up.
Yep, you got it. A sanctioned MMA event that is not UFC in the city of Glendale for the first. We were the first ones to have our West Valley Rumble there last November, which was a cage jiu-jitsu event. And the people from the city went bonkers. They were like, this was the most exciting thing we've ever done here. They're like, we usually have boring crap like wedding showers and bridal showers and all kinds of stuff, chocolate festivals.
Sign me up for that one. I don't know. Sign me up for that last one.
They were like, this was the coolest thing ever. When can we do it again? And we were like, shit, sign us up.
There you go. I know you got a couple cage jiu-jitsus there earlier in the year as well, right? Or sorry, later in the year?
Later in the year, June 27th in Glendale and September 26th at Glendale. And that's been crazy fun as well, man. But yeah, so Glendale Civic Center, it's 1 block north of Glendale Avenue, right off 57th Avenue. The night of the fights, I think they're having like a concert in the park or something. So everybody will have to drive in off 58th Avenue and Glendale and shoot back behind the Civic Center. It's going to be a ton of fun, ton of action, man. It's going to be packed. We're expecting a sellout. Tickets have been flying already, so we're pretty sure that we're going to
fill that information. So I already know that.
Yeah, we're pretty sure we got the house. The house will be full by, if not weigh-ins, by Saturday for sure.
All right, and where are the weigh-ins taking place, my man?
The weigh-ins are taking place at the RUF Studio headquarters, 3125 East 52nd Street in Tempe, right? I think that's the address.
I think so. It's your spot, not mine.
Yeah. The studio's in Tempe. 3125, Studio 3125 in Tempe is what you look it up on Google. Brand Lab Studios. The weigh-ins are open to the public. Check-ins at 1 o'clock. Official weigh-ins start at 2 p.m. at Brand Lab Studios on Friday, the 14th. Event starts Saturday, the 15th at Glendale Civic Center. I think we're going to open doors at 4 o'clock, somewhere between 4 and 5. First fight at 6 o'clock sharp. With 14 fights, we got to start right on time, and we got to stay on schedule. So first fight is going to go off right at 6 o'clock. First fight out of the gate is going to be Brendan Webb, Osama Awadallah.
Yeah, Osama Awadallah. He's taking on Webb, right?
Yep, Brendan Webb.
Okay, I'm trying to make this picture larger, but it's not letting me. So let's see. The weigh-ins are, the address is 3125 South 52nd Street.
South 52nd Street in Tempe. Brand Lab Studios.
Okay, and unfortunately, I cannot make the weigh-ins, but I'll be there for the event for sure. I know. Well, you know my work situation right now.
Hey, we all got day jobs. I know, man.
Exactly. And unless something happens between now and then, if it does, you'll be the first motherfucker I call. But I know for sure I'm going to be there early on fight night. I'm going to get myself set up. We're talking cage side. And also, my hands will be on deck because I know we got to get that card started right on time.
Oh, did I ask you if you wanted to commentate with Ed West?
Ed's my boy. Let's do it.
Yes.
Yes.
You're on.
I'm there. I get to check another one off the bucket list. Ed knows. Yeah. Oh, cool.
Yeah,
I'm trying not to.
I totally forgot. Joel told me to ask you the other day. He's like, ask him if he wants to sit with Ed West and do this shit. And I was like, all right.
Fuck yeah, I do. Oh, man. All right, cool. I wasn't expecting that. See, you got me all. I got all pumped over here. I'm fucking stoked. That's awesome. And Ed's a good guy. He knows his shit. So he's going to make my job that much easier. Okay. Exactly. We were actually supposed to call fights for another promotion a couple years ago. So, I mean, full circle here with RUF.
There you go.
I'm loving it.
You got to wear a tie, though. You got to wear a tie now.
Oh, shit. Okay. Let me see what I got. I think I got a Christmas one and a black one. So I'll fucking wear a blindfold and I'll pick. So if I show up in a Christmas one, I mean, hey, the one of the two that I got, But the fights are at the Glendale Civic Center. The address for that is 5750 West Glen Drive?
Glen Drive, yes, sir. One block north of Glen.
Right, and this is the first non-UFC sanctioned MMA event in the Glendale Civic Center, hosted by RUF. I got Jason Martinez. He's the matchmaker. He is fighter relations. He is media relations. Is there anything you don't do? Matchmaking? Shit. What else do you do over there?
I don't write checks. I don't chase down venues.
Well, okay. So of the two things those are the two things that I probably wouldn't want to do either. So if I had a job, it would be yours. That's I'm cool with that. But I like my job, and I'm gonna stick to that. And hopefully one of these days I'll make a paycheck off of it. But hey, man, look, you guys have a stacked schedule for 2020, and I'm looking forward to many more of these pre-fight hypes. You know what I mean? I think this is something that I would definitely like to regularly do, especially some for these jiu-jitsu events that you guys are putting together too. I'd like to do them for that as well.
Absolutely, man. Those have been going off. I've always, that was my first idea like 5 years ago when I really wanted to start this business, and kind of got tripped up a couple times. So I actually really learned the business through Joel and RUF. And then I was confident enough to say, hey, man, let's just jump off the cliff with this cage jiu-jitsu shit. And he was like, are you sure? And I was like, trust me. And we've done it twice. It's been successful. And we're still learning. I'm still taking input from the participants, man, because, it's not about our ego. It's about creating something that the competitors talk about they can't wait to do again. And so, we're still learning. Our third show is going to be even better, making a couple more little adjustments and tweaks here and there. And I already got like 80, 90 people have contacted me to get on the next card for March 21st in Tempe. A bunch of really sick jiu-jitsu people, grapplers, catch wrestlers. So I cannot wait to put on another cage jiu-jitsu thing, man.
I can't wait either. My schedule just freed up for March 21st. So yeah.
Let me see if I can remember some dates off the top of my head. March 14th, Flagstaff, Twin Arrows, RUF. I think it's for 39. April 4th in Park, Arizona, RUF 40. Cage Jitsu, March 21st at Brand Lab Studios in Tempe. May 16th, RUF something at Wild Horse Pass Casino. June 27th, West Valley Rumble, Glendale. I got like 6 months of my schedule memorized.
Well, like I said, it's busy. It's busy.
Yeah.
That's all the people need to know. You're consistently putting on, great fights. You're putting on the cage jiu-jitsu fights, which it's growing. Okay, you're staying consistent and you're getting better with each event. From one RUF to the next, I'm noticing improvements. So absolutely. You guys are learning, and at 40 plus events that you guys have already put on, that's really something that I can say that I'm very, very stoked about as a promotion that is, receptive to criticism and still growing even this late in the game. I think you guys are an outstanding promotion. Not trying to ear or nothing, but I really do dig what RUF is doing.
I appreciate that, man. We work our asses off, and there's really just 4 of us. And so we are constantly meeting and evaluating what happened, what worked, what didn't work, what we can improve, what people, talked about, bad or good. And we always take it into consideration. We don't ignore any of it, man. We just want to make this the best experience for the fighters, the coaches, the gyms, and the fans, man. And we're just hoping to take it to a whole nother level.
Absolutely. And I'm with you guys every step of the way, man. Like I said, I really like what you guys are doing. I enjoy, covering the events. I enjoy doing the pre-fight interviews. I'm enjoying this right now. I'd like to make this a regular thing. And I cannot fucking wait till this weekend, man. I cannot wait, buddy.
Me either.
Look at this shit. Look at this. This motherfucker is stacked. Okay?
I know.
So we got 14 fights headlined by Relentless Nick Alwag and the Maniac, Marcus McGee, RUF 38, Valentine's Day Massacre, I'll have to go watch that. This is Jason Martinez, Fighter Relations, everything but the match, or sorry, but the cutting the checks and chasing the venues.
Yeah,
So instead, it's easier to go with the list of shit you don't do.
it is.
It really is. Anyways, I appreciate the time, and you'll be seeing me here in a couple days. So you get all of this, and you get all of this. So
I love it.
don't worry, I'll be in a tie. I just can't promise what color it'll be.
I'm not really worried about it, Bob.
All right, man. Well, hey, thanks for the good news, and we'll see you in a couple days, man.
Hey, thank you, and thank Head Kick Audio, man, for all the support. Local MMA, Arizona MMA, supporting us. We really appreciate you. We need more people out you speaking the truth to the world about what we're doing.
You guys are doing something amazing. You guys are doing something amazing. And the fact that you guys are letting me kind of, be a part of it, I'm just that much more pumped, man. Like I said, check.
We appreciate you, man.
All right, dude. Have yourself a good night.
Peace.
Later.